Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of SO NWA, the podcast about serving others here in Northwest Arkansas.
That's right, everybody. I'm Enrique, and of course, I'm always here with my brother, Juan Carlos. We're both proud natives of Northwest Arkansas, and we've seen the community grow and change throughout the years.
That's right, guys. Each episode, we highlight the entrepreneurs, creators, and everyday people shaping this area. We talk about anything from local businesses to real estate, to food, to hidden gems, and community stories.
That's right, guys. And we're also local real estate agents. We're helping people buy, sell, invest, or get connected here in Northwest Arkansas.
That's right, guys. So whether you're from here or new to the area, or you just want a good story, you're in the right place.
And if you guys ever need anything real estate related or just NWA recommendations, you can always find us on Instagram at SO NWA Podcast or email us at sonwapodcast@gmail.com.
That's right, guys. So let's get into today's episode.
That's right, guys. So today we've got a great one here from NWA. We're sitting down with Emily and Josh Saffran, the owners/operators of the Gents Place here in Bentonville, specifically here in the Walmart campus, a premium men's grooming and lifestyle club that's really redefining the barbershop experience and the way it looks like. What started as a simple idea to elevate the everyday haircut into something more intentional and community driven has turned into a space where businesses, relationships, and experience all come together. Emily brings a really unique perspective coming from a healthcare background as a nurse into entrepreneurship, playing a major role in the day-to-day operations that keep everything running at a high level. Alongside building the business, her and Josh are also raising a large family, which adds another layer to their story. Josh is also one of the hosts of the B Team podcast, where they talk all things business, Bentonville, and bourbon, highlighting the people and stories shaping this region. Together, Emily and Josh have built more than just a business. They've created a hub for community, connection, and high-level service right here in NWA. So we're going to go ahead and dive into the story, talk to them about what it takes to build something like this in Bentonville, and kind of see where their story goes. So everybody, welcome Emily and Josh. How are we doing today?
Wow, we sound very accomplished.
That was some introduction, man. That was really good. Yeah.
I always say this, it is the very impressive work of AI. A ChatGPT comes through, and Enrique, thank you for, he always reads the intro, which is such a relief because he does such a good job, and I am not
thank you.
You do great.
I try my best, and I want to make the guests feel special, so I'm glad. Hopefully we achieve that.
It was great.
For sure. Yeah. How's it going, guys? Welcome. Yeah, how's everything going today? It's a beautiful day.
It's wonderful. I mean, it's Friday, end of the week. We're in our beautiful Gents Place, the new club that's open here on the Walmart campus, in our VIP speakeasy.
Yes.
So all is good on our end.
When we met for the first time a few weeks ago, and I walked in here, my first experience, my first takeaway, it reminded me of are you all familiar with the John Wick movie series? Yeah. Okay. And when they ever go to the hotel, the Continental, or any of those places, and they put like a gold coin on the counter, and then they go into like the back room where the sommelier is at, or
I like that. We need a gold coin.
You need to.
Hey, that's a good idea. Actually,
we'll put that on the roadmap.
Yeah. It'd be like, he's welcome. That's why I felt here. Just the interior design, the feel, everyone was really welcoming. Just the level of service in here. That's what I felt when I came in here. I just felt really cool. Is what I'll say. Yeah.
Well, that's important. I mean, we've been in business for 8 years. This is the second location, and if somebody tells me they got a good haircut here, I'm disappointed. What do you mean you're disappointed? So, well, because I want you to use the E word, experience. Like we're selling an experience here. Mm-hmm. You guys have good heads of hair. You guys have been going to your barber for a long time. I'm sure you're getting a good haircut. That's going to be a different vibe than what we're pitching here, which is really about the experience, networking, the business lounge, coming in and really enjoying and looking forward to getting services, as opposed to the transactional nature of what a haircut can be.
I feel that, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. We were just talking before we kind of started the podcast. I came just yesterday to the experience, and they were asking me feedback. And for our audience who's listening, it's very different from your traditional haircut. The barbers that I'm used to going to, they take about 45 minutes to an hour, sometimes more, and they're just cutting my hair. I mean, here they're cutting your hair, you're getting a scalp massage, you're getting a facial exfoliation. I got home and my fiance was like, "Wow, you're glowing. Look at your skin. You look very clean." And I was like, "What do you mean I look clean? You're saying I always look dirty?" But to your point, it's very true. The experience is different than a normal haircut, for sure.
I'm sure if you did a picture of your haircut side by side of your last haircut at the other barbershop and here, it's not going to be significantly different one way or the other. But if your face is glowing, if you're coming out of here feeling confident, or you're feeling a very different way, we want guys to be looking forward to getting their haircut, as opposed to ticking something off their to-do list, which was my experience before we opened this. Is I got my list of things to do today, and getting a haircut was one.
Yeah.
Check, 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 check. We don't want that to be what this is, and that's the feedback that we get from most people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say that's true, because as I was sitting there waiting for my service to start, 2 people were checking out. They're like, "Oh, anyone I meet has been here. I tell them all the time, I love the Gents Place." And so that's just people. I'm just eavesdropping, all right? But that's like random people that I've never met. And they're saying what we're talking about. So your motto is working. Like, I mean, it's reflecting in y'all's clients.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
We think time is our most important currency. So we really want to honor your time, not only the time that you give us on your calendar, but the time that we invest in you, but keep you going in your life. Like, we don't want to take too much time, too little time. It's just the right amount.
Absolutely.
You know?
That's we really appreciate you saying that. You know, Enrique says this a lot of times on the podcast about time is what is it?
Time is money.
Yeah.
Valuable. Yeah.
But it's currency in so many different ways.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So we thank you for y'all's time. Really appreciate it. It's an honor to be sitting here with you guys. It really is. It's a privilege. But hey, something we do on this podcast is rapid fire questions.
Oh,
boy.
You know, and this time we're gonna do some couples edition in a way.
Oh boy.
Nothing too bad, I don't think. Let's see. Who's more likely to be late?
Josh.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Okay. Who takes longer to get ready?
Josh.
I don't know that I would agree with that.
I think so. He accessories are his thing.
Is it where you're like done and you're waiting for her and then you're like, oh, I forgot that one thing, and then you go right back into the house?
It's choosing the right sneaker.
Okay.
It's choosing the right belt. It's maybe this color looks better with that. You'll get ready
But you're also more of a morning person than me, typically.
So that's what makes it.
So yes,
later.
Yes, if it's dinner in the evening, she'll be late.
Yeah, it'll take longer.
But if it's in the, so that's
Okay.
Yeah. I guess it depends.
His look is important, to him.
Okay.
As you can tell, like, he's trying to gotta look that he's.
I like it. I like it. Who had the original vision for the Gents Place?
Josh.
Oh, I'm glad we agreed on that one. Yes.
It's recorded. It's documented now.
I came home one day and I said, I want to open a barbershop. And she looked at me like I had 2 heads. And I kind of, but this had been growing and we had been here for a period of time. And I didn't love the haircutting experience. And I'd moved from bigger cities, Minneapolis, Boston, Chicago, New York. And I knew that there was a clientele here that was looking for just something a little bit different. Mm-hmm. And I'd been in the CPG space, selling to Walmart for a period of time. And I just felt there was white space here in the community to be able to provide something like this.
Okay. And
that was the impetus for how we got to be here today.
Oh, that's cool. Who's the better communicator?
That's tough.
Oof.
I think we are both over communicators.
Okay.
Like, we talk through and talk about everything. I will tell you, it's not about better, but I have been told a few times that I could say things in less words.
Oh, okay.
But that's the medical in me, because in medicine you have to explain everything, right?
Okay.
It's life or death. You have to go through it. He's more concise and to the point, but he has a lot of thoughts and they come out at all hours of the day. And so the big running joke in our house is he will wake up at 2 a.m. with an amazing idea and want to talk through it, and then looks to me on how we're going to execute it. So it's constant communication. So I would say
Both.
Both in different ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's more likely to win an argument?
These are the funniest questions.
These are amazing.
I think it depends on the topic.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
What would you say?
Two very stubborn, opinionated people.
Uh-huh.
I think we both like to be right, and I think we had a few incidents over the years where I was so frustrated I threw my electric toothbrush on the ground and it spashed, and we talk about that. That comes up all the time. I think that one's going to be a draw. I don't think we're going to win that conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the sake of the podcast, it's a draw.
And for the sake of my marriage and my mental health.
It really depends on the topic.
For sure. Who brings work home more?
Oh, easy.
I would say because when you have a spouse, not even just a partner, a spouse that you work with, you're always talking about business. Like, it's unavoidable.
I think
we have good friends who own a business, and they told us at one point, like, if you're watching a movie together on a Friday night, it's very easy to be like, oh, I forgot to tell you what happened at work, or I forgot to tell you that they make it so hard, which is great advice. If they pause the movie, physically get up and go walk into the dining room to have that conversation. So they try and make it so, difficult and to just have to talk about work that they're like, oh, we'll talk about it tomorrow, and then they keep watching the movie.
That's a really good tip. That's actually really good. Yes.
And that was something that we still don't get it right, but it's an ever growing, ever evolving, train down the track kind of a thing where there's always something work related.
But the reality is, at 8:00 at night, I'm telling you, get off the laptop and come sit down for the day. So she is the she is the answer.
There's just so much to do. So
I also understand that too.
No work-life balance here.
Let's see. Last question. Who's the bigger foodie?
Oh, easy, Emily.
Okay. What's the current meal right now?
What is the current meal? So Josh and the kids love to eat. I love to cook. I love to entertain, although we don't have the time to entertain. My favorite thing to do is to have an amazing meal at a restaurant and try and recreate it at home. I've always enjoyed cooking.
Okay.
And they seem to enjoy it.
No, but you're missing the bigger picture. There's the two of us, and then there's 6 kids. And so every year she goes, tell me what you want to eat for dinner for your birthday, and I will cook it. So it's become a challenge. Like one kid one year wanted sushi. Like they're putting these really crazy random things out, and every year she knocks it out of the park. So when she says, what do you want for your birthday? Every year somebody tries to really put something out there that's so difficult, and she always nails it.
Oh, thank you. That's a nice compliment.
Yeah.
What would you say? What would you say is the current favorite? Because that was the question. But everybody likes something. There's 8 of us, so everybody has a love.
Well, I'll also say this. I'll structure it differently. If you're a foodie person, what's like your favorite meal that you probably go to a restaurant and get? And if so, what is that?
Oh, I know the answer to that.
Oh,
we go to Puerto Rico for vacation, and there's a restaurant there called Marmalade, and in all the years of being married to her, dating her, I've never seen her ask the owner and the chef to come out and ask for a recipe. And it is
it's a soup.
And it's a soup.
It's a white bean soup. It's amazing, amazing.
But it's so well asked for that they literally have cards made out that they tell people to take home.
So it's
Wow.
so
No
amazing.
way.
You wouldn't think in Puerto Rico a white truffle bean soup.
It's a white truffle bean, but it's with like truffles, which are hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
And it's incredible. And everybody asks for the recipe that goes to that restaurant. So they print the recipe on cards so that when they're asked, they can just give them the recipe.
Is it more of like a creamy kind of soup?
Yeah,
or?
but it's like it's
But it doesn't sound white bean truffle soup.
It's
like
incredible.
Doesn't sound good. It really so every time I go to Puerto Rico on business, I always go there. And I always take a picture of me with the chef, and then I'm like, "Oh, Emily, we're thinking of you." But kind of rub it in, but also kind of let her know we're thinking about it.
Yeah, and it's funny because I'm a fan of all food. There's nothing I don't like. I will try anything spicy, unique, esoteric. Like we talk about if you were stranded on a deserted island, it would be New York pizza, which is like the most basic.
New York pizza.
But there's truly so many great restaurants in town.
Yes.
A big fan of Mediterranean, big fan of Mexican. Rafael Rios does a great job.
Yes.
And so what he's doing over at Yayo's is really awesome. We love sushi. I mean, I could go on and on. That could be the whole podcast.
It really could. Yeah. There could be like we can definitely do a food episode.
Yeah.
Because of all the options we have in town. I mean, there's such great places. I mean, I love to get like Chef Cooper on here from Conifers on here. I really like his story from the little bits and pieces that I know, and I know he's opened up the new Farm to Table restaurant over going up Pea Ridge. But yes,
Rin, I think it's called Rin.
Rin.
Yes,
yeah,
Rin. Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait to connect with him. So, but that was fun. Thank you guys for participating.
And this was unscripted. We didn't know these questions were coming, so this this could go really badly.
You know, the rapid fire questions I think are fun, but I also keep them in a ballpark of just to not.
Correct. And it helps the audience gets to know you guys a little bit as well as we get to know you guys a little bit.
Great segment.
And really a nice little icebreaker.
Good. Thanks for having us.
Thanks guys. This is an episode of SO NWA.
That's all. But let's get into today's episode.
Main discussion. So tell us a little bit more about yourselves and how you got where you are today. You kind of already touched on your story a little bit. You came home one day and said, I want to open up my barbershop. But kind of explain how that process went after you brought up that conversation.
So Emily and I both moved here. We were previously married to other people, and then we got divorced, and then we found ourselves and got married here a few years ago.
How many?
I think it's 8.
Is it?
Is it 8 years? I think it's 8 years.
No, just checking.
8 years. And blended family, and she was a nurse, and I have a day job in the supplier technology-based space, and I just had this idea at one point of wanting to do more elevated men's grooming and business club experience here in town, and she thought I was crazy. She got more and more involved with the idea, and now it's really her full-time job. She runs operations, and I have a job that I'm focused on in a technology space. And so it's really nice to come into a place that you own, and we pay all these people salaries that work here, and so being able to see them be successful and buy a new car or buy a new home, like it really is very rewarding. And then that people walk in the door and say, this is such a cool experience.
Definitely.
And being able to do stuff in the community really is the reason why we ended up doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think, where did I see this? I think they say the more value you give, the more value you'll get in return. And so I think you can clearly see the impact. I mean, Emily's here full time. You're doing this on top of another job. And so I think it's really reflecting, and being able to pay everyone here a salary. I mean, that's incredible. You're providing jobs, you're providing for the local economy. I mean, like, to our audience, we're here in the Bentonville campus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Walmart campus.
Yeah, the Walmart campus. And then before we even recorded a few weeks ago, we met, and you kind of talked to us a little bit about how that process was. They had to reach out basically to y'all, right? They kind of want specific vendors.
Yeah.
So can you touch on that a little bit? How did that process look like? And what was that feeling when Walmart approached them? Hey, we want you here in the Walmart campus.
I mean, it was super humbling. So the original location, the OG, I don't see the old location, the new location, because it's the OG and the Walmart campus. We've been up in business since late 2018, October, and then obviously COVID and had impact. And so but we found our way, and with the community, we do a ton of different things for veterans, and Emily will kind of get into some of that stuff as we move forward. And we're here, we're local. We hear occasionally, well, you're a franchise. Well, we're local owners. We're very embedded in the community here. And one of our members works with Collier, who was the real estate commercial broker here, and came and said, hey, what do you think about being on the Walmart campus? And Walmart would like to talk to you guys. I was like, whoa, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And my initial thought was really cool. And I was like, oh boy, we're only about 4 miles away from the other location. And so we really need to make an incremental usage here, which is where this VIP speakeasy came from. But sitting down with Walmart and being able to pitch and show who we are, what we do, the values that we have, what we're trying to bring to the community, the culture that we bring, how we're really actively engaged, it really was hard for them to say no, not from a standpoint of that Emily and I are amazing, but from a standpoint of they felt confident that we could tweak our business model and bring something onto the campus that their associates would really appreciate. So it was really humbling, wonderful experience, and we're really glad that they came and reached out to us a few years back.
Wow, that is pretty impressive for sure. What were those meetings like? I mean, how many meetings you guys have? I mean, how long was that time frame?
It was like 3.5 to 4 years ago. I mean, it was a long time ago when they had this vision in their head, and there was no dirt had been plowed here or anything along those lines. Yeah. And they came into our meeting lounge, and we put together a PowerPoint presentation, and we talked about the business and the model. And for them, knowing that I'm in the supplier community and to be able to show them a deck and PowerPoint and proposal and growth and community, I think they really appreciated that. And then we had to bring in the CEO from Dallas, Ben Davis, and he came in and saw it, and he had to bless it and approve it, because we changed the business model of this to be a business and barber club versus just a barber club, because of the fact that it was on the Walmart campus. So this room that you're sitting in is the first of its kind. Mm-hmm. So we had to get Walmart to believe in us and approve it, and then we had to get the franchisor, and then we sort of in the middle designed and built this. So it was a really long journey to get this thing approved.
Wow. What was the biggest thing you learned from that journey?
We're still learning. We're still learning. Yeah, I think that people use the spaces differently. Okay. And so what we learned initially was we had just staffed it the same way that the other location is staffed. Super busy at lunch, super busy at evening time. And we came over here and we were super busy early in the morning and super busy at lunch. And everybody was using it less in the morning as a social club and more as a business hub. And so that has been very eye-opening of the meeting space and how it's utilized and what people are looking for at different times of the day over here is much different than it is over there. And so trying to figure out how people are using each club, because you can go back and forth. There's a bunch of guys who have memberships at one, who do meetings over here, or have their locker over here, or vice versa. And it's been super cool to kind of understand what people use it for, because it's more than what we had expected people would use it for.
Okay.
So.
Emily, I'd love to get into the community aspect of it that we spoke of. But before we get into that, can you tell our audience here what services you guys offer specifically at this club that is different from the other Gents Place?
Well, one of the things we don't have over here that we have over there is a foot repair, which is a man's pedicure. We call it repair. Okay. Typically, men's feet need repair. Over here, we took some of the space that we have over there in the private suites and the foot repair suite to make this extra 500 square foot room because of all the requests from our guys that they wanted private meeting space, that maybe they wanted to get out of their office, or they wanted to host teams, or maybe they had clientele in town that they wanted to host for events. We also had guys who said, I want to come over here and I want to use my passes to bring my team. And I want it to be, we could walk to it, with the big sustainable campus, walking campus. What are some of the other things that we've seen? I mean,
that was the biggest piece here, is that we were able to utilize the space more for business meetings and networking. The other place has got some really cool spot to do it. But here, I mean, I think I mentioned before, we had got one of the VIP members come in last week and host a real estate investors meeting.
I saw that. Yeah.
And so they brought in food and they brought in stuff. And so people were able to come into the club. So this is more of an opportunity to host and do more business networking and connections than probably the other club.
Okay, yeah, no, that I can definitely see that. This and for the audience, we'll take a video and put it on the episode. But man, this space here definitely it does feel private. Feels like you can only get here from an invitation if someone's hosting it or holding it. So yeah, this is a very unique and cool space. Again, I wouldn't have the first time walking in here. And then I remember when you walked, or Josh is in the back. I said, "Oh, where is that?" And then the door just opens up. Is really cool.
Well, that's one of my favorite features here is when we do a tour when somebody comes in for the first time, and you get the double wow, like you're showing them around, and then the door opens and go, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
And then they walk in, and they go, "Whoa!" So you get that double. I'm like, all right, we hit it out.
That John Wick.
That's it.
It's that John Wick feeling.
It's. I remember whenever that happened, I was like, "Well, where does this lead to?" And I walked in, and to y'all's point, it feels very private, very almost
exclusive.
Exclusive. I mean, it feels great. I mean, everything looks pretty high quality in here. I mean, the sound ending here is super good too. It feels just super, almost intimate, right? But like in a business way, like private way. So I think you guys really knocked out of the park with this spot. It's really, really nice.
I have to give Emily the credit. This was all in my head. Like I knew what we wanted. But she actually designed the spot. And so anytime she'd be on an architecture call, I'd be yelling in the background, "Don't forget, we need more room in the VIP lounge." And she's like, I know. Because we had to find the space for it. Because this spot is about the same size as the other location. And yet we put 500 square feet of meeting space. So we had to really refine the architecture. And so that's all I'd care about is, how's my business lounge coming? Shut up. I got it. But all of this is what was in my head that she really was able to build, which is just super impressive.
It's really nice.
Yeah. It's very, very cool seeing, or at least from if I had a vision in my head and now it's physically here, I mean, I would be like, whoa,
I can see that also it being just very, how do I say it, very like personal. I'm sure it's it sounds like all that time put in together. What Emily did and what you envisioned, but she executed is a lot of work. So
it is a lot of work. It was a lot of work. It was about 18 months from planning to execution to finishing. But I think that personal is kind of who we are. So, whether it's our business, we are not transactional at all. We're very relationship based. And so we apply that to every aspect of our life. To us, this is a small town. Everybody knows everybody. We're all about relationships. We're not about transactions. And we both have lived in New York, and that is a very transactional place. People are very hurried and, in and out. Nobody has time for conversation. Nobody wants to know anything about you. They just want to get what they need and get done. And here it's the complete opposite of that. And so we really do look at life as a bunch of series of relationships and how we can kind of apply that to everything we do and everything we put out there for our kids, the community, charity.
Yes. Well, let's get into that. What exactly and what do you guys get involved with in the community in the Gents Place?
So we've always been charitable people, you know, in lots of different ways. And we, in the other location, would do these little raffles or little holiday things. And then we would raise money from our membership base, who are also very charitable people. And we'd go and write a check to the children's shelter or the women's shelter or Soul Harbor or, you know, Havenwood. And we'd have all these little initiatives that started small, right? We would just do these little things, write a check, you know, bless somebody with something. And over the years, it started to really grow. And at one point I looked at Josh and I was like, we really need to separate this out of the business, and have our own charitable initiative. And so we created a 501c3. And I mean, it's been rolling ever since. And kind of every year we've been able to donate more and more and more just out of different things that we're doing. I mean, the biggest thing right now is our annual GentsGiving, which is a bourbon tasting. And I know we'll touch on that later, but whether it's business related here at Gents Place, we do a suit drive in September, benefiting veterans who are reentering the workforce. We collect suits from our membership base who are so generous, like not just men's suits, but women's suits, suiting materials, accessories, socks, shirts, pants, anything that would re-enter somebody into the workforce. We send them all down to Fort Hood. They have tailors on site. You have military members come and they basically go shopping and pick out things for when they are back into civilian life. And so that's really awesome.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. Every annual membership that is purchased here goes to feed a homeless veteran.
Oh, wow.
So veterans we're very passionate about. We both have veterans in our family, and we feel like so grateful and thankful for all of our freedoms. So we want to do our part to give back. And so that kind of morphed into our database of guys who come here and who love us. We have a large bourbon-loving community of people. And so we thought, how could we, and this was Josh's brainchild, I'll give Josh all the credit for this one. How do we utilize bourbon, which is, you know, what the guys are loving and collecting and talking about and trading and I mean, all the things, to raise money for continued charities that are worthy. And so we, try to always have it around Veterans Day, which is in the month of November, and it's also the month of Thanksgiving. And so kind of one of the people who was at the event said, you guys should call this GentsGiving. Like, it feels like a big Thanksgiving dinner with 150 of our closest friends, but it's intimate. It's not forced. It's not like a gala where you have to be in black tie. It's very casual. Yeah. It feels like a GentsGiving Thanksgiving dinner that you know everybody there. You have a great meal. Really good bourbons that are hard to find and on most people's bucket list. We do live auctions. Josh does a fabulous job as the MC. A lot of humor and energy into his performance that night, and a lot of people who actually, quite honestly, become friends that didn't start off as friends but are now friends.
Yeah. Talk to us a little bit about that in detail about the GentsGiving. Is it only exclusively for y'all's members, or somebody who is watching, they might be interested in attending a GentsGiving?
Yeah, so
what's the process look like?
We put out kind of like an Eventbrite style ticketing platform. We'll start posting it. We have flyers out. We'll post it here. We do it on our social media. We have a GentsGiving Now social media page, LinkedIn page, Facebook page. And we put out the ticket information. You can purchase tickets. Typically those go live around, you know, end of May, early June. We put that out and people can start purchasing tickets, either single individual tickets or table tickets of 8. It's a full surf and turf dinner. It's swag, it's auctions, it's a full tasting of 8. 7 are highly allocated, hard to find bourbons. The 8th one is kind of a bourbon cream that we do like a root beer float with the bourbon cream as like a dessert, dessert
Very
tasting.
Cool.
And it's just a really great time. I mean,
the first year we did it, we raised very little money, but $30,000. It was a small group, and I think some things in this community, I'm not going to lean in yet until I see it's a proven model. And so the first year was good, the next year was very good, and the last 2 years have been great. And to a point where I already have people blowing me up, like, when are tickets going on sale? I want to buy 2 tables. Well, we only have 10 tables to sell, you know, like, and so there's already a wait list. And people just have really enjoyed coming to this, and most people are starting to know each other. How you been? Good to see you. How's the family? And which is why it's got that Thanksgiving type feel. We ended up raised last year net $100,000.
Wow.
Half goes to pancreatic cancer and half goes to a veterans charity. And the other nice piece too is Dave Mars, who's on the Fixer to Fabulous TV show here in town, who's now pretty well known. He comes, he's like a sponsor with us. And so he will help us choose the veterans charity. he makes one custom piece of furniture that we auction off. So he gets up and talks about, I built this table and I've and people are going crazy to buy some of his items.
Yeah.
So it's been really, really successful. And again, give Emily a lot of the credit. We have a team of people that are helping us. It's just been a lot of fun, and it's so rewarding, even though it's a lot of work, to be able to write a check like this to these organizations.
Wow. I'm just completely speechless on that. That's very impressive. I mean, that's just giving back to the community, giving back to these causes is just, again, it's such an honor to being able to do that, but also continuing to do that, especially with what we have going on a day-to-day.
Well, I think that there are so many people in general, but also in this community that want to do something or want to donate, but they just don't know where to put it. They all have charitable budgets or time, right? We always talk about gifts of time, talent, or treasure. And so it doesn't have to be money. Sometimes it's just donating your time, and it makes such an impact on people. But I think that there's confusion as to where, right? It seems like this charity gets the lion's share of X every year. And there's so many worthwhile organizations. And so, I always say to Josh, I feel like we have the platform to highlight some very worthy, needy charities that maybe don't get the same love as others. And at the end of the year, we have a lot of guys who have charitable budgets, or their jobs, their work has charitable budgets. And we just give them another place to enjoy themselves and focus on if they want to.
For sure. Yeah, you're giving them that environment to, well, one, have fun, but two, also, to provide to any charitable donation that they see fit that falls within those values. And I think that's such a huge blessing, and that's truly what an honor to be able to be in that position. That's really incredible. I commend you for that, and round of applause. It's really truly very heartfelt, very touching. I think it's very important to highlight our local spots that we can do that for. I think it's incredible.
I always go back to think of, kind of in the sense of the podcast, but just generally speaking, here in Northwest Arkansas, we continue to find people like yourselves. Shout out to the Dooleys, Mike and Cody Dooley, to connect us to you guys and just say, hey, and I just simply reached out to them to get them on to hear their story. And at the end, I said, hey, if you felt like that we did something right here, we would love to get any recommendations from you guys. And now here we are a few months later to say, hey, and just to meet more people in this area, in this Northwest Arkansas area, to see what they do and how much they give back is something that continues to really blow me away.
I think that's what makes this town so special.
Yes.
Is there's a ton of us, people who are doing things above and beyond of what is required of them because it's the right thing to do. When you get to a certain point, you should help people if you can. Again, not just with money, but time or talent if you have it. So.
Man, oh man. Well, how does you guys talked about the GentsGiving, and that's been going on for how long now? I think
fifth year.
Oh, fifth year. Okay. So, and we're almost there to release some tickets. Do we have any extra tickets? Any more tables coming?
Well, the beauty of our event is that we try to keep it with that Thanksgiving feel.
Yeah, it's more intimate.
Yes. So we kind of cap it at about 150 people, and we get up until last year, we had 150 people, and the day of our phones were going nuts. Any extra tickets, tickets.
We could sell 2 to 250, and I think it takes away from the event. And you've been to some of these charity events in town, and the room is full, and it doesn't feel like we want it to be really intimate.
You're trying to stay near that authentic feeling with
correct.
More.
So could we raise more money if we sold more tickets? Yeah. But you lose the feel of what we've been trying to do.
That's what makes it special, and that's why people want to come, because it's not something that's like everything else.
Yeah, yeah, exclusive.
Yeah,
it keeps it out of not out of reach. That sounds negative, but just keeping it small to where people can
creates a sense of urgency. If you really want to come, you got to get on it quickly.
Correct. Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
Yeah. That's really good
way to put it. With this, the GentsGiving and running the Gents Place, what's kind of another focus you'll have right now, or are we planning on doing anything new? Are we just planning on growing everything now, or what's kind of the idea?
Well, we're trying to recover from building this one.
Okay. Well, it's true. This one's we've been
6 months old now.
I was going to say a year, but yeah, that sounds about right. 6 months. Okay. It's almost like, but then it's to keep it. To keep that expectation of now what
I kind of equate it to having a kid. You're like, oh, let's have a baby, and then the kid comes, oh, this is a lot of work. That's kind of like, it sounds great.
Crawling.
now they're crawling, and then they're asking for a new car in college. It feels like, it never ends. As soon as this one was built, like, we started getting emails like, "Hey, we'd love you to come to Springdale. We'd love you to come to."
Really?
I mean, yes. And it's like, oh my gosh, like if I brought that to her, I'd probably be sleeping on the couch for a month or going through my second divorce.
Yeah.
And so like we really need to ensure that these two we're putting our full time and attention into making sure these two are successful.
Fair. Yes.
Making sure the experience is great, taking good guest feedback on things that we need to tweak, make sure that we have the right staff here trained and feeling valued and feeling a part of what we're trying to do. Never say never on a third or a fourth. I mean, she would probably say never say never.
And you're absolutely right. We always entertain opportunities and possibilities. We always entertain conversations. You never know what it will lead to. I think we're at a phase of our life right now too, where we have 6 kids. We have 3 in college and 3 in high school. So this is a critical time for them as well. So we're trying right now to balance everything and prioritize everything that's important to us.
Right.
And so I think that over the next couple of years till the last of the kids are out of the house, we'll probably, try to focus on that work-life balance that we're so bad at right now. We really are bad at it. but yeah, never say never. Yeah.
So what advice would you give to people? Maybe they're in a similar situation where they're kind of struggling with that work-life balance. Maybe they have children. Maybe they're trying to think about expanding, or maybe they should hold off. What's a piece of advice that you both would give to one of our listeners here?
I mean, for me, you have to think about it emotionally, financially, mentally, spiritually. Like, you got to write all this stuff down, the pros and cons. Life is fast and life is quick. The time is the one thing that you'll never get back. And so if you started to look forward or look backwards and say, was this a good use of my time the last couple of years? Was I able to attend and be present at my kids' basketball or tennis or other things? If you're interested in making money and making money fast, there's faster ways to make money than investing into a business. Get lucky on the stock market. Go put it all on black on the craps table or on the blackjack table or whatever game we're talking about here. I mean, like this is hard. This is sustainable, and there's a lot of time and effort into it. Yeah. And I would just caution people to go into it thinking pros and cons and thinking long term. Running and owning a business is hard, and I think what people don't understand is, God forbid the washer dryer breaks. You got to be here on a Saturday. You need to replace the computer. You need to be here on a Sunday. Somebody quits. You have to run up and fill in a shift up front. I mean, everybody thinks it's glamorous, and it's a ton of work. And if you're not prepared to put in the time and effort, I mean, there's nothing is easy. Nothing is quick. There's a lot of work that goes into these things. And so I would just think through it, pros and cons, and make sure that you just make the right decision. And also think about, what's the right business right now with everything happening with AI and Walmart's growth in this region and other things? Like, are you truly putting a business in white space where there's longevity? A buddy of mine I was talking to yesterday, he owns that big on Bentonville. Shout out to Brian, the golf cart tour of Bentonville thing. He's the only one in town doing it right now. He's got 100% market share, and that's really cool. If you were the 97th Mexican food restaurant in town right now in Bentonville, it just feels like at some point you're oversaturating.
Yes.
And so where do you fit, and is it an incremental value to the community, and can you make that business work? There's a lot of things that go into it, and you just have to be in the right place in your personal and professional life to make those decisions.
There you go. That is a gold gem right there. He's dropping gold nuggets. So please make sure you're taking your notes.
I'm like, man, maybe I should. Is it Brian?
Brian.
Maybe I should reach out to Brian.
I swear. He's got a good thing going. I mean, people love it's like when you go
I love that.
You go to Hollywood and you do like the tour of the famous people's homes.
Yes,
that's what he's doing here on a golf cart. It's amazing.
No, cool. That's it. When I go to other cities, that's exactly what I do. Like when we went to Europe, you do a food tour, a walking tour. I mean, we can totally do that here.
Is it in Eureka Springs or is it Hot Springs where they have the cave? There's another one where it's like through the cave one. It's kind of the same idea. Where is
with
that?
The golf carts. That's top
Big
of
Cedar,
the rock
right?
area. Big Cedar
area. Yeah, I've seen that. So that's the first thing I thought of. He's the only one doing it here locally, which I think is pretty neat.
Brilliant, right?
I have this business idea, and it just cracks me up because I know it's not going to work. It does kind of work well together, but not like officially. I love trap shooting, but also like a brewery, which should not go together. Like, I guess.
Yeah, but there's a place in Guns and Grounds. It's called. If you haven't talked to those guys, it's a coffee shop where you buy guns.
Yes.
Yeah. Like how do those two things fit together? So
I'm
anything's possible.
I'm like drinking beer and shooting guns. I don't know, man. What's the insurance going to cost on that to get,
and your pros and cons, there's a lot of cons in that business model.
But you know what? When you at a higher level, they probably do that and they go to the...
Maybe you may need to shoot first before you have the beer.
Yeah, or something. Yeah. I was like, man, that just sounds so fun to me.
Like you're gonna have to figure out like how to mix the alcohol. You don't want them drinking first and then shooting guns.
Well, the first question you need to ask is, how come nobody's done this before? And that's probably the reason. Sounds like a great idea. Why hasn't anybody done this before? Oh, yeah.
You know,
insurance is $15,000 a month. Probably can't make any money on that.
No. Yeah. So I guess Topgolf is just fun.
Oh man, that's too funny. Too funny.
Something we do on this podcast here is, we love for when we have our guests here, to give their guests an opportunity for them to give a shout out to anybody, an organization, family member, a business partner, anybody that they just want to honor, right? Because we're here to honor you guys, and now you guys have a chance to give that shout out to somebody. Is there somebody you want to say a thank you to?
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, and I know that's kind of a trick question. We always say this too as like disclosure, like, one, we don't think that anyone get everybody, but sometimes there is that one person, or again, that they think of. They said, hey, we really want to say thank you.
So this sounds kind of vague, but there's almost too many to name, truly.
I believe that.
And I'll start with our membership base. I think that they have been our biggest brand ambassadors. And I'll just use Mike Dooley as an example, since you mentioned him. He has been so kind to us and so great to us from a standpoint of referring us to anyone and everyone. If you think about, the real estate guys, and we have a lot of real estate guys in town who come here to get their services, they love giving new clients our business card and our name, and it's just a great place. If you're coming new to a town, you don't have a dentist, a doctor, somebody cuts your hair and all that. So he and Cody have been just really wonderful friends and really brand ambassadors. I mean, there's several other members. Rob Nelson has been a wonderful partner. Tim Koch, Brian Rabel, Kevin Clemens. I mean, just a whole litany of members who all own or work for various businesses that have just been such Gents Place fans and talk about us in the kindest of lights and refer people to us. I mean, who else?
It's so funny that you answered the question that way, because that's the way I would have answered it, and I'm going to answer the question the way that I thought you would have answered it. I want to give a shout out to our kids who understand that. No. In seriousness, in all seriousness, like when most people leave their job, they do an 8 to 5 job and they come home and then like they're focused on other things. Like this job is 24/7, and so there are times Emily will get in tears. Like, I miss Charlie's tennis something or other because I had to be at Gents Place, whatever. And so we're asking these kids to be independent. These are teenagers, and the reality of the situation is there's a lot of time that goes into owning your own business. So that's really been, that really I thought was going to be your answer.
They actually have been really great because we have missed a lot, which is hard, but necessary. But we try and think of the benefits of they see mom and dad and their work ethic and what it takes to grind and be successful. Sure. And so I also think we're setting a great example for them of what's possible for them.
Yeah.
There's nothing that I laugh more at than when the kids come home from school. I'm like, I have a new teacher, and they asked our last name, and they said, "Oh, does your parents own the Gents Place?" And, and I'm like, "Oh yeah," right away.
Yeah, but everybody knows who you are. So you better always keep yourself in order.
But I think that's almost an homage to y'all's hard work, right? I mean, y'all's kids' teachers are recognizing the name, and it's from all the hard work and effort you guys put into here. And I think that's really a big reflection on y'all, and that's going to take your kids.
My son's a sophomore at the university, and his first day he walked into his class, and the teacher said, Saffran, is your dad Josh? And he goes, yes. And he goes, okay. And then I got a call. I go, no, that guy likes me. He'll be okay. Like one of those things. But it happens just all the time. We're just in so many different areas and things. It's pretty funny.
That's actually pretty good. Man, those kids are.
But any other shout outs? I feel like there's a couple.
We could shout out a million people. But now you're gonna piss off Jim Corbett because you didn't. That's right. I didn't go down that route because there's so many people. And now, sorry, Jim and Corey, we love you guys too.
Yeah, but truly every member here who we know, which we know most of them, has done such a great job of sharing all the great things about Gents Place and helping us grow our member base by just referrals, right? That's the best. That's the best form of a compliment is referring.
Absolutely,
yes.
And so all of our members are truly wonderful.
The other one I thought you were going to mention, sorry, I want to go double click on this one more time, is I'm surprised you didn't shout out Bailey and Kim, our 2 managers.
Bailey and Kim are fabulous. Also, there's so many people. Like, it's such a hard question.
We had a previous guest on, Yair Benitez.
Yeah.
And he did it perfectly. And he said, I shout out everyone in Northwest Arkansas.
Oh.
I was like, man,
like perfect save.
Did you see that recent awards ceremony? And this is what I thought Josh was going to do is I'd like to thank me for me. I'd like to thank myself for my
I want to thank me for the idea.
Yeah, that's too funny.
I'm the reason. Yeah, no. Yair, shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out Yair.
The blanket statement. A shout out to everyone in Northwest Arkansas.
I shout out everyone in Northwest Arkansas. That's the way to go. Good answer. That would have saved about 5 minutes of podcast time.
No, we got good clips. That's a good.
There you go.
Good clips in there.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, another thing we do on this podcast is we love talking about Northwest Arkansas. We got into a little bit of here, but let's do that for a bit.
Yeah. So you guys came from New York. Okay. So one quick question: how it's a way bigger city. One thing you said about was the people are different. How is it here with the folks here in Northwest Arkansas? What's your experience with everyone around here compared to a bigger city like New York?
So in New York, Josh and I both grew up there. So we're New Yorkers. I've been here 13 years, and it was really hard adjustment the first 6 to 8 months because everybody wanted to build in time for social graces. So I was meeting you for the first time. I might be on a time crunch. I need to get in and out. I got the kids crying. And it was, hey, where are you from?
What church do you go to?
What church do you belong to? Where do kids go to school? Like, it was all of that. And I was like, oh my God, like, I'm going to be late. Every time I was like, oh, I need to build time to meet and talk with everyone before we get to the business at hand. And so that was an adjustment because in New York, it is like you're in, you're out, you got to be somewhere, got to do something. And, you talk fast, you walk fast, which people consider to be rude. Even though there's some of the best people in the world that live in New York right now. But down here, it's just a simpler way of life. Yeah. Like it's not, the things that are important down here are people and relationships, which is.
So would you say that's something people probably don't realize about Northwest Arkansas? The kindness and the kind of, appreciation somebody has?
I mean, first of all, Arkansas is probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever lived. Like, it's just a gorgeous place to live. It's the greenscape. I mean, the nature, the greenscapes, the natural state, the whole bit. But the people are just so welcoming and warm. And whether they're from here or they're transplants here, I mean, everybody's here genuinely loves being here. And the funny joke that is what we were told, people come to Northwest Arkansas kicking and screaming, but they also leave kicking and screaming.
Yeah, so, that's very true.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
I heard that. Yeah,
and we were told that early on, and we were only both supposed to be here for a short while and ended up finding a way to stay because it is so great.
For sure. That's very good.
That is
very
pretty
good.
Nice. Yeah.
Talking about local spots here, what's the local spot when you walk into it, restaurant, wherever it could be that you're like, oh yeah, I'm home right now. This feels like home.
Home in New York or home here?
No, here.
Home here.
Man, there's just too many. Gosh.
The blanket answer doesn't work on this question.
No.
We would like to know
a local spot that makes me feel like
your home in Northwest Arkansas.
Could be a restaurant, could be a coffee shop, could be a brewery, somewhere where you all go on the weekend and said, man, this is NWA.
You could say the Gents Place.
That's true. Yeah. Huh?
No, I was thinking the same way that you were saying. I mean, if you've been to Blake Street or Blake Street House, if you've been,
I was just there this morning.
If you go over there, it's not. I mean, it's got that Soho, New York, and San Francisco based vibe to it. Mm-hmm. But when you're in there, it's like, hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, how are you? Hey, meet me a friend. Come talk. Let's talk. And it's like you're in this huge networking house, which is really, really cool.
Similar to what we're doing here.
And I was then going to say that it's kind of similar to the Gents Place when you walk in. We like you're typically going to know somebody that's here, or somebody that knows somebody that's here, and so I think the networking in this town is so important. So whether you're at Blake Street House swimming, or in the fitness center, or you're coming here sitting at the bar. I was sitting back here hosting a business meeting with somebody, and they said, "Hey, will I grow my business network here in town?" And and we walk out, and sure enough, there's like an executive from Walmart sitting at the bar, and he's like, "Oh, that's so." I'm like, "Yeah, it just kind of happens here." So I think all these places that are these social clubs or these places where you can come in and network really brings me to the core roots of the Northwest Arkansas areas. Everybody's so welcoming, and what can I do for you, and how can I help your business? And I think the Gents Place and Blake Street both embody that.
Another place for me, which is not an entity that you would go into, but it's the Square, the Bentonville Square.
Oh yeah, the Square.
So
I love the
special.
Square.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. That's good.
The Square is such a
special.
It really is,
because it's still such a nod to the old timey kind of feel and vibe of what Bentonville was 60 years ago.
Yeah,
but it's kind of updated now.
Yeah, that's a good
correct.
And so I think that you get the best of both worlds. You get that old timey, like, idealistic kind of town vibe, that Pleasantville, if you will.
Pleasantville, that's a good way to say it.
But then you're getting also like the modern mix. You're getting people who are the transplants. You're getting, great conversations are walking by, cool outfits are walking by. You got this beautiful hotel on the corner. You have really cool food, and you got a really good vibe. Just feel the energy is really good on the Square all the time.
Yeah, they do a great job at capturing that energy there, and it's beautiful every time I go. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle of the week or during the farmer's market.
Farmer's market, or First Friday, or you see kids like getting the $1 ice cream cones at Spark. I mean, it's special.
Yeah. Have you all been to the Compton yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. The Compton is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I laugh about that, and I host a lot of people from out of town for my day job, and 2 years ago, the 21C, oh my God, the best hotel in town, you gotta go to 21C. And then all of a sudden, Junto, the motto shows up, and you go, oh my God, forget 21C, you gotta go to the motto. And then it was like, no, you gotta go to Compton. It's like everyone keeps one-upping each other. And it's like all of them are amazing, but
they are.
But like a couple years ago, there was only one of them, and now there's three, and they're all within a 1.5-mile square radius.
They're all so different from each other too.
Yeah.
They're all beautiful. I'm a big, before I'm a hotel guy. That's what I did. That's what I went to. I did for many years, and I go to all of them, and I appreciate so much of them. I mean, open space, concepts of design. I look at it like a big living room. That's just a hotel guy in me, is you can go in there and just think of it kind of like a big living room. And I feel like they all incorporate that really well. But the Compton is just something else.
It's next level. But even the new AC that's open right here on the campus.
Oh, yes.
Right? So you think about it,
Cool.
how many towns within a 5-square-mile radius to open 4 brand new high-end hotels within a 2-year period, 3-year period, right?
Yeah. And then there's a 2 over there in Pinnacle.
Yeah.
The
Avail.
And then they're working on
another one next to Ruth Chris.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Oh man. Yeah, it's there's just so much going on in this town for sure. So
it's exciting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're pretty much near the end, but something that we do on the podcast is the way we connect them all is each guest will leave a question for our next guest. So we had Cisco the Kid. He's a local comedian here.
A comedian has a question for us? Oh boy.
Well, it's actually, it's a pretty good question. I
Pretty
thought.
good question.
He said, let me see if I read this right. Where's somewhere you want to travel, and what are your plans to make it happen?
Well, we just finished.
He's already making you laugh.
We don't have work-life balance. We have work balance.
Well, then that was a good question because the challenge is
Yes,
where are we going?
Emily wants to go to the French Open or Wimbledon. We're tennis players, so she'd like to go to the French Open or Wimbledon.
Nice.
I may settle for Pinnacle Country Club or Shadow Valley. Like we may be able to get there and do tennis, but that's a place.
Where would you like to go? I think I have my little bucket list. You have yours, but
those would be fun.
Those
What's the one you want to go to out west?
Indian Wells.
Indian Wells. That's more likely than the other two right now.
Okay.
But I also think too, like I'm Irish and I'd love to see my grandparents' homeland, and so I think that's important to me. Outside of tennis, there's some places.
Well, but you want Wimbledon and French Open, Australian Open.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to check off all the majors.
knocking one of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are we doing to make it happen?
Nothing right now.
If you guys get memberships at the Gents Place, that could add some more revenue here that we can afford to go.
Well,
Hey, so their vacation is relying on us.
Everyone for the audience, we need to work on making it happen for Josh and Emily.
I think maybe once the last 3 graduate high school, then we will allow ourselves to
A little
go.
more
Yes,
flexibility.
that will be
Okay.
our reward. Is let's get the last 3 to college. And
There we go.
Right now, it's Branson and Eureka Springs.
They're pretty good.
They're nice.
Hey, Silver Dollar City just
Yeah.
won the amusement park, countrywide, amusement park of the year in the entire state.
I'm not surprised. It's amazing.
Of the States. an amusement park in Branson won all best amusement park in the States.
What? That's crazy.
That's
then
cool.
you think of Universal.
Yeah, you
and
think
all
of
these other places.
Orlando, Disneyland, Disney World, and Silver Dollar City won. I can,
cool.
It's a cool spot.
Yeah, I have not been.
Oh, do you like roller coasters?
Silver Dollar City.
You need to go.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been many times. It's very fun.
The hot
Time Traveler.
Yeah, I love the Time Traveler.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You're like spinning and like you're going upside down. It's like
it's incredible.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Super dope.
So do we now have to tell
Yes,
you?
yes, yes.
Do
Correct.
we each get one?
We will do. Yes.
Yeah.
We will do that.
Oh, I already know my
I
question.
know mine too.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's go ahead and let's
Yeah.
hear 'em.
Go ahead.
Beauty before age.
No, you go first.
Age before beauty. Okay. The question I'm going to ask is, whoever you're talking to next, fast forward to 2035 in Bentonville. You are going to finish the sentence. I can't believe that such and such is in Bentonville right now. Like, so like 10 years ago, somebody might say a Topgolf. Like, what is here in 2035 that you're shocked and you can't believe is physically here in Bentonville?
A Costco.
Oh, I was going to say a Major League Sports team.
That's true because
That's
I know
pretty
they're
good
doing the
Ozark.
they're kind of doing the Ozark, the
Yeah.
soccer stadium. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking in 10 years we'll be big enough.
Shout out to Chris Martinovich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chris Martin.
Yeah.
It'll be a Costco in Bentonville Square.
No, I'm thinking bigger. I'm thinking like something.
Like a Six Flags?
No. Again, a professional sports team, some sort of high-end
Like a
30,000 seat music
Yeah.
venue or something that you're like,
Okay.
that's in
Yeah.
Bentonville?
Yeah.
You know, like-
I see.
Correct.
I think of like the Red Rock amphitheater
Oh,
and
that's
like
beautiful.
that, but ours would be like the Ozark, and it'd just be like
Live
this
at the
big-
Ozarks?
Yeah, something like that.
That
Just
would be
in the woods.
incredible, though.
you
That
know.
would be really nice.
That'd be really nice.
That'd be
Because you tell people now, can you believe, like 10 years ago, you said, can you believe that there is the biggest Ruth Chris in the country in Bentonville? And you're like, I would have never believed that.
Yeah.
Or that we actually have a Topgolf here, which again is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So 2035, something is going to be here that you look back and go, I can't believe that
That's a
this
good-
is here
that
now.
X is here.
That's a good question.
I mean,
That's a very
your
good
question is going to pale in comparison to that one.
It will, but it's gonna be more tugging at the heartstrings.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
There we
let's
go.
go.
Let's
we
hear
need
it.
both. We need
Yeah,
both.
we need
Okay.
both. Good.
You're
You're talking for the
Contrast.
female viewers here? Like the guys care about the other one, yeah?
But guys, so since we talked about charity, sorry, with your big venue, what charitable initiative would you be most likely to invest your time, talent, or treasure in this calendar year, and when do you see yourself making that happen?
You only have one question, not two.
Nice.
So make it a joint question then.
Okay.
Don't put a period.
I
Don't
like
put a
it. Yeah,
period.
we'll put
just
and.
a run-on sentence.
Correct.
My question
have-
was
I'll
so
have-
much better.
I'll have AI, you know.
Have it.
Well, we're charitable minded. We have to.
That's good.
You know,
That's really good.
time,
Just admit
talent,
my
or
question
treasure,
was
right? One of those.
They're both great questions.
Very
Yeah.
Switzerland, very politically correct.
Yeah,
well done.
very-
Very well done.
Well, Josh and Emily, you know, as we wrap up here, we just want to say thank you for your time and energy, and it's an honor and a privilege to have guests on our podcast, to talk to them, to give us their time, to just sit together and just really chat it up and talk about what they do and what Northwest Arkansas is about, and that's what we're here to do, and we really thank you guys for that. So thank you so much.
Very honored to sit here in the VIP lounge. I feel pretty cool sitting here. So
You're
I
VIP?
appreciate y'all time.
All day.
But yeah, time's very valuable, and the fact that you decided to invest an hour with us today is I'm truly honored.
you.
So thank you guys so much.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Is there right before we finish? Is there anything that you want to promote or let the audience know? You feel free to. It'll be the cameras right there.
Yeah, I just think if you haven't been in before, come into our website, thegentsplace.com. You get half off your first time you visit if you go to the website.
Okay.
We'd love to come in and host you guys here and get a chance to see the place. I'm sure wherever you're going today, you're getting a great haircut. Come in and experience the Gents Place. It's going to be very different than anything you've had before.
And then I want to quick plug to GentsGiving. Social media is GentsGiving_NWA, also on Facebook, also on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Our charity event is November the 12th. It's a wonderful bourbon tasting to benefit two worthy charities. So we'd love to have you there.
I love it. Yeah.
When do tickets go live?
Probably in the next 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said like end of May, early June.
Usually
right?
that's when we open the links to.
Do you want to plug your upcoming tennis match or anything else? Like in the 4-5 Lady Shadow Valley tennis team?
That's fine.
No,
No?
that's.
I'm just asking. He's giving you shout out opportunities.
Very cool.
Oh, well, guys, thank you so much. Man, for the audience here, you can find us at SO NWA Podcast on Instagram. If you guys have any questions about our guests, that will all be on the post, but you can also email us at SONWAPodcast@gmail.com. But thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.
Take care, everybody.